Surah Al-An'am, meaning the cattle, is the sixth chapter of the Quran. It is a profound and deeply spiritual surah that offers guidance and wisdom to those who seek to understand the essence of Islam. The name itself, the cattle, signifies the importance of livestock in the lives of the people during the time of its revelation. It is a Makkan surah, revealed before the Prophet's migration to Medina. This period was marked by intense opposition and persecution of the early Muslims. Despite these challenges, the surah provided solace and strength to the believers, reinforcing their faith and commitment to the message of Islam. This surah holds a significant place in the Quran. It is not only lengthy but also rich in content, addressing various aspects of faith, morality, and the human relationship with the divine. The surah's verses are a source of reflection and contemplation for Muslims around the world. It addresses fundamental principles of Islam. These principles are the bedrock of a Muslim's faith and practice, guiding them in their daily lives and spiritual journey. The surah emphasizes the importance of understanding and internalizing these core beliefs. These include the oneness of Allah and the importance of submitting to His will. The concept of Tawheed, or the oneness of Allah, is central to Islamic theology. Surah Al-An'am reiterates this concept, urging believers to recognize and worship Allah alone without associating any partners with Him. Surah Al-An'am emphasizes the importance of recognizing Allah's blessings. It encourages believers to reflect on the natural world and the countless blessings bestowed upon them. This reflection fosters a sense of gratitude and humility, reminding Muslims of their dependence on Allah's mercy and generosity. It warns against the consequences of associating partners with Him. The surah highlights the grave sin of shirk or polytheism and its detrimental effects on one's faith and relationship with Allah. It serves as a stern reminder to uphold the purity of monotheism. The surah is rich in stories of previous prophets. These narratives provide valuable lessons and insights into the lives of those who came before us. They illustrate the trials and tribulations faced by the prophets and their unwavering commitment to spreading the message of Allah. These stories serve as reminders and lessons for believers. They offer guidance on how to navigate the challenges of life with faith and resilience. By reflecting on these stories, Muslims can draw inspiration and strength to overcome their own difficulties. They highlight the importance of faith, patience, and perseverance in the face of adversity. The surah encourages believers to remain steadfast in their faith, even when faced with hardships. It underscores the virtues of patience and perseverance, reminding Muslims that true success lies in their unwavering trust in Allah's plan. Asbabun Nuzul is an Arabic term that means reasons for revelation. It is a crucial concept in Islamic studies that helps us delve deeper into the Quran. It refers to the historical context surrounding the revelation of specific verses or passages in the Quran. These contexts can include events, questions, or situations that prompted the revelation. Understanding the Asbabun Nuzul can provide valuable insights. It allows scholars and believers alike to grasp the circumstances that led to the divine guidance. It helps us understand the intended meaning and application of the verses. By knowing the background, we can interpret the verses more accurately and avoid misinterpretation. By studying the circumstances in which certain verses were revealed, we gain a deeper appreciation. We see the Quran not just as a holy book, but as a living document that addressed real-life issues. We can see how the Quran addressed the specific challenges and questions faced by the early Muslims. This historical perspective enriches our understanding and connects us to the early Islamic community. This understanding allows us to relate the teachings of the Quran to our own lives. By seeing how the early Muslims applied the guidance, we can find ways to incorporate it into our daily routines. We can apply its guidance to the challenges we face today. Whether it's in our personal lives, our communities, or the broader society, the lessons from Asbabun Nuzul can guide us towards better decisions and actions. In today's world, where information is abundant but often lacks context, understanding Asbabun Nuzul becomes even more important. It helps us filter through the noise and focus on the core messages of the Quran. It also fosters a sense of unity and shared purpose among Muslims. By understanding the reasons behind the revelations, we can appreciate the universal values that the Quran promotes.
These values include justice, compassion, and stewardship of the earth. By applying these principles, we can contribute positively to our societies and the world. Ultimately, understanding Asbabun Nuzul enriches our spiritual journey. It deepens our connection to the Qur'an and helps us live out its teachings in meaningful ways.
Verse 152 of Surah Al-An'am emphasizes the importance of justice and fairness. It prohibits dealing in weights and measures unjustly. This verse was revealed in response to a specific incident. Some people in Makkah were cheating others in trade. They were using inaccurate weights and measures. Verse 52 states that Allah is closer to His servants than their jugular vein. This verse highlights Allah's constant presence and knowledge of our thoughts and actions. It was revealed to provide comfort and reassurance to the believers. They were facing persecution and hardship. Surah Al-An'am narrates the story of Prophet Ibrahim. He challenged the idolatry of his people. He called them to worship the one true God. Ibrahim's unwavering faith and logical arguments exposed the futility of worshipping idols. Ibrahim's story is a powerful reminder. It teaches us to stand firm in our beliefs. We must be courageous in speaking the truth, even when faced with opposition. His story emphasizes the importance of reason and contemplation in recognizing the truth of monotheism. Section 5. The blessings of Allah and the oneness of God. Surah Al-An'am repeatedly emphasizes the countless blessings Allah has bestowed upon humanity. It highlights His mercy, compassion, and providence. The surah reminds us that everything we have is a gift from Allah. We should be grateful for these blessings. The surah stresses the importance of recognizing the oneness of Allah. He is the sole creator, sustainer, and provider for all of creation. This recognition should guide our actions and interactions with the world around us. Section 6. The importance of gratitude and humility. Surah Al-An'am emphasizes the importance of gratitude to Allah. It warns against arrogance and ingratitude. The surah reminds us that true success and happiness lie in recognizing our dependence on Allah. We should be humble before Him. We should acknowledge that everything we have is a gift from Him. The surah encourages believers to reflect on the blessings in their lives. They should express gratitude through their words and actions. Surah Al-An'am warns of the consequences of rejecting Allah's guidance. It describes the fate of previous nations. They refused to heed the message of the prophets. The surah emphasizes that Allah is just. He will hold us accountable for our choices. Those who choose to deny His signs and disobey His commands will face the consequences of their actions. The surah serves as a reminder. We should prioritize seeking knowledge. We must strive to live in accordance with Allah's will. Reading and reflecting upon Surah Al-An'am brings numerous spiritual benefits. It strengthens our faith and deepens our connection with Allah. The surah provides guidance and wisdom. It helps us navigate the challenges of life. Regular recitation of Surah Al-An'am is believed to bring peace and tranquility to the heart. It reminds us of Allah's power, mercy, and justice. It encourages us to live a life of purpose and meaning. Surah Al-An'am, like the entire Qur'an, is a source of profound wisdom and guidance. It is essential to approach it with sincerity and a desire to learn. We should strive to understand its message. We can do this by reading its verses thoughtfully. We can reflect on their meanings. We can seek guidance from scholars and engage in discussions with fellow Muslims. The Qur'an is a living miracle. It continues to inspire and guide humanity. Surah Al-An'am is a powerful reminder of Allah's greatness, mercy, and justice. This surah, revealed in Makkah, addresses the fundamental aspects of faith and the oneness of Allah. It emphasizes the importance of recognizing His signs in the universe and understanding His attributes. The verses call upon us to reflect deeply on the creation around us and to acknowledge the wisdom and power of our Creator. It calls us to reflect on our purpose in life. We are reminded to ponder over our existence and the transient nature of this world. The surah encourages us to seek knowledge and to understand the divine purpose behind our creation. It urges us to contemplate our actions and their alignment with the teachings of Islam.
guiding us towards a path of righteousness and spiritual fulfillment. It encourages us to live in accordance with His guidance. By adhering to the principles laid out in the Quran, we can lead lives that are not only fulfilling, but also pleasing to Allah. The surah highlights the importance of following the prophetic traditions and the moral and ethical guidelines provided by Islam. It serves as a reminder that our actions should reflect our faith and devotion to Allah. By understanding the Asbabun Nuzul and key messages of this surah, we can gain a deeper appreciation for the relevance of the Quran in our lives. The historical context and reasons for the revelation of these verses provide us with insights into their meanings and applications. This understanding helps us to connect with the Quran on a more profound level, making its teachings more applicable to our daily lives. Let us strive to embody the virtues emphasized in Surah Al-An'am. The surah calls for compassion, justice, and humility. It encourages us to be kind to one another, to support those in need, and to uphold the principles of fairness and equity. By embodying these virtues, we can create a harmonious and just society that reflects the true spirit of Islam. Let us be grateful for Allah's blessings. The surah reminds us of the countless blessings bestowed upon us by Allah and the importance of expressing gratitude. It teaches us to appreciate the simple joys in life and to recognize the divine grace in every aspect of our existence. Gratitude is a key element of faith, and by being thankful, we strengthen our relationship with Allah. Let us be humble before His greatness. The surah emphasizes the significance of humility in our worship and daily lives. It reminds us that all power and glory belong to Allah alone, and we are His humble servants. By acknowledging our dependence on Him, we cultivate a sense of humility that brings us closer to our Creator and fosters a deeper sense of spirituality. Let us strive to live a life that is pleasing to Him. Our ultimate goal should be to seek Allah's pleasure in all that we do. By aligning our intentions and actions with His guidance, we can lead lives that are meaningful and spiritually enriching. Let us work together to build a community that reflects the values of Islam, where love, compassion, and justice prevail.